Buongiorno, or should I say, willkommen till Sweden, because this is Mörkvind from Italy, and that is a Swedish name. Pretty peculiar because, well, Swedish language isn't exactly spoken in Italy, and this band has been challenged by the very fact if they even know Italian due to some grammatical errors in the given names. When it gets more complicated than that is that the new album, what we have here for review, the third one, isn't exactly Italian nor Swedish. Suddenly the language is German. So, very, very international approach to it. So this is the album. And the copy I got for review is actually CDR, my CD player, which is very, very picky when it comes to CDR. Didn't want to play it, so for review purposes, I had to go for Bandcamp for spins. So Versunkenes Reich is the album name, and here is the lineup: Vindur, instruments, and Vetter, lyrics and vocals. So, duo of sorts, where one man takes care of everything except the lyrical as well as vocal concepts. Despite being a CDR, this booklet is quality paper, glossy, few pages, and images, lyrics, and so forth. Let's take a look at this band's Metal Archive site while I talk about the music. So, according to Metal Archives, we don't always assume it's totally right, but gives you a little bit. The basic information is that this band was founded around 2018 and now 3 albums out. So, as you can see, the couple of first albums are with Swedish title, Det är oss and Höstbrander. Now, my language skills with Swedish are very, very simplistic, so I don't get to challenge if the language here is totally right or whatever, and goes beyond the point, beyond the scope of this review anyway, because we're obviously talking about the latest album, the year 2025 album here. But what is worth noting is that members-wise, the vocalist was added only in 2024. Past members list show only one additional member, so it's mostly been around Vindur as the band member, the so-called boss of the band. And here is some information about this Swedish-Italian duo thing, so there is that. So a few EPs already out, and now 3 full albums and a couple of collaborations. A lot of stuff coming out within a span of, what would say, 7 years. Not overly hyperactive versus a lot of those solo bands or projects that tend to put out, albums like 2 times a year and so forth. So musically here it is listed as atmospheric black metal, something I can totally agree with. And as you can see here, unsigned, independent, so no label whatsoever, at least for this particular album here. And since Metal Archives seem to be dead for the moment, I don't know, sometimes takes years and years to load the page. Let's talk about the stuff. So already, as with the cover, you will see these fir trees and whatnot, black and white, kind of a grayish thing. Yes, not exactly the most wow kind of a cover, but then again, very, very fitting for the given album. Here you can see it in full size, so it's nicely drawn and all, but very, very simplistic and kind of a stripped down. And then you have 7 tracks, as you can see here, in German ways. If you click the lyrics here as well, you can see what is already posted on the or released on the album booklet. And as you can see, all German, so not gonna comment more than that. And about 32 minutes, give or take, with the overall track length. So what we can say about the music is it's very, very much like your typical atmospheric black metal album. Sure, you have some keyboards to just kind of give it a little bit of more atmosphere around the very basic melodic riffing, and also a rather mid-tempo playing. Nothing here reeks out of like, oh my goodness, it's not a good album. But then again, nothing really sounds like, hey, this is fundamental, game-changing, revolutionary album. It's more like the kind of a run-of-the-mill album, meaning it's very basic in so many ways. If you have ever heard any of those post-Versum atmospheric black metal bands, And it doesn't matter whether we're talking about Ukrainian bands like Turk or whether we're talking about some Swedish bands like Hermodr or whatever, you pretty much already know it. No high-tempo machine gun riffing or drumming, no extremely violent, aggressive takes in the songs, beat vocals, or the way the riffs are put out and all. It's all just like kind of nicely running about, creating this emotional background, more on the melancholic side than anything else. So definitely you're not gonna find this one, hey, it's a very uplifting, energetic album, I'm gonna go, to the gym with it, or I'm gonna go punch some asshole neighbor because of it. No, nothing here is actually aggressive. If anything, it's more like this is the soundtrack I'm gonna, sleep to or die to. I don't know. My point here is, because it's the kind of a soothing atmosphere with the given album, it's kind of easy to listen to it. But there's also this kind of a habit with this kind of music that it kind of falls more into the background, because there are nothing that like takes the lead, takes you to a journey that kind of defines the journey. More like some kind of a soundtrack to your, I don't know, walking about in the woods and all. In that sense, this works just fine, and it definitely delivers you what is to be expected. I mean, with the cover like this and all, I mean, you probably already expect some kind of atmospheric black metal journey, not the so-called hit songs thing, not the most cavernous production or violent riffing akin to, Panzer Division Marduk or anything like that. So this is definitely for the school of Bertram Jurk and whatever out there is. But if you are going to compare these to a lot of classics in the given genre, you might feel that Versunkenes Reich sounds a little bit more demo-ish compared to these, say, older veteran bands. Well, nothing is fundamentally wrong here. I mean, I really can't bitch about the production, nor the rather screamy, high-pitchy vocals. There's absolutely nothing that really, makes this fundamental to have. But like I said, if you're into atmospheric black metal, this is worth giving a go. Kind of a basic, kind of a stripped down, kind of a backgroundish, but that doesn't mean it's a bad one. It's just the kind of a thing that comes with the territory, more or less, or this given subgenre. So, once again, for fans of atmospheric black metal, very, very solid, easy to approach and all, but tends to be a little bit forgettable if you are not into that kind of genre big time. So, check it out, and links are provided in the description box. Off you go.